Minasan konnichiwa and welcome to Shogo's podcast. So today guys, I am actually right now walking home from doing a lot of paperwork for Zen. Now that he's born, I have to do a lot of stuff for him, getting him insurance and getting his name on the family register and everything. And I'm walking home from getting one of those jobs done. But anyways guys, today I'd like to talk about a question, I guess, that I got a lot in one of my YouTube shorts. Now recently, I think it was actually around the end of last year or maybe the beginning of this year, but I posted a YouTube shorts talking about there's this very crazy rule or a local law in Kagawa Prefecture, which is one of the countryside areas in Kyoto down south. It's called the Game and Smartphone Restriction Law. You might have seen that YouTube short before. If not, it'd be great if you can check it out for me. It's just a few shorts back, so if you could take a look at it for me. Basically, in Kagawa Prefecture, parents are kind of recommended it's best that the parents in Kagawa Prefecture try to have their children use smartphones and video games only up to 90 minutes a day. And I think it was only till 9 p.m. I think that they're allowed to use it. Yeah. And a lot of criticism has been going around Japan for a very long time. This law itself was started to be enforced in 2020. And every year it's still been, on the news all the time. And a lot of people have been fighting on court, to try to delete this law because it's just simply very crazy. The government, or the local government, we should say in this case, trying to enforce people, to not use smartphones and video games as something that's completely personal and is done in everyday life. And it's not like, it's not drugs or anything, right? Yeah. So a lot of people have been trying to fight it, but it still has been there. And the question that I got a lot through the comments was that, why don't you just ignore it, Why don't the people living in Kagawa Prefecture just ignore that law? Why do you guys so fuss about it so much? It's not like, it's true. Like, it's not like police officers will be coming into your house, and saying, oh, you've been using your smartphone for 90 minutes, you're under arrest. No, people won't do that. No one will ever know how long you've been using the smartphone or playing video games, all day long. You just simply ignore it. And that's true. But the problem here is that this rule, this law is created in Japan. Now, what kind of country Japan is? Again, Japan is a country of laws and rules and manners and all this kind of stuff, right? Yeah. And basically, because Japan is a collectivist society, as I always explain in a lot of my videos, we basically bind each other with a lot of rules and laws and manners and everything so that we don't have to do communication, actual people-to-people, person-to-person communication, but we can still maintain harmony and keep society going. That's how, the Japanese collectivist system works. Yeah. So the problem is, the moment you become a rule breaker, regardless of what kind of rule or law that is, the moment you become a rule breaker, you'll be seen as a person who destroyed the harmony in Japan. This is the problem. Yeah, because there is a rule now, a law now, no matter how many people say that it's crazy, that it's, it's something that shouldn't be done, if as long as it exists, there is this mindset among Japanese people. There's something that haunts us, basically, that the moment we break these rules, we are a person who is, destroying the harmony of the group, as I always talk about, right? And that's the reason why Japanese people love manners and rules so much. And, the position or status in society is also so important, is because of this as well. So this is the reason why making laws in Japan has such a big effect. Yeah. This is the problem. It's not just about individuals just ignoring it or not. It's the whole group acknowledging that the rule is there. And that because everyone knows that there's there, and even though if everyone was thinking, well, this is crazy, why should we even obey this? If you actually see someone not obeying it, the atmosphere is going to get really, really difficult, if that makes sense. So this is one thing that you need to understand about Japanese people. It's our trait, it's the kind of characteristic that Japanese people have. Yeah. And by making these rules, I really feel that the local government really understands this trait, this characteristic of Japanese people. And I think they're probably doing a very good job at, trying to control them. Yeah. But again, in the end, is this rule good or not? I personally would say that it's kind of crazy. Yeah. How many hours or how much time that a child do video games or smartphones or whatever it is up to each household's rules, Yeah, because there's different, situations for each household. Sometimes you might want to use a little bit more smartphones, have the kids play a little bit more video games. Maybe at some occasion something could happen, but every single day you're not allowed to do it. I personally feel, especially in this world today, is a little bit uncomfortable, and it's very illogical too. Very it's not suitable for Japan today, or this world today in the first place. So, yeah, this is something I wanted to share with you. Whenever you think that, why don't you just ignore it? Yeah, but I talk a lot about taboos, right? Rules matters in Japan. And you might be thinking, yeah, well, I don't care. Even if I go to Japan, I'll just ignore it. That's not how it works. Especially among us Japanese people who are born and brought up in Japan, especially that's the case. It's not that easy. Yeah, this is something that I really wanted to share with everyone, especially here listening to this podcast. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for listening. As I always say, the ultimate goal of my life is to make all Japan lovers' dreams come true. So I know there's a lot of people studying Japanese willing to come to Japan to study, travel, or work, or even train in traditional culture and such. However, I am very afraid that Japan will not be able to make everyone's dreams come true in the future because we're facing a lot of social problems. We're losing our traditional culture, and the younger generations who are supposed to be carrying on the good things about Japan are dying because of all the social issues being shoved against them. So I really want to dedicate my life trying to make Japan a better place. I want to try to solve those social problems, preserve and evolve traditional culture, and also help on the younger generations so they can have a brighter future. And to do this, the nearest goal I have right now, the goals I have right now, I have a lot of goals right now, is to achieve 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2023 on my new Let's Ask Seki Sensei channel, which I'm creating together with Asayama and Ichiden. Also try to make the samurai experience from running with you Shinkan big success, and I hope you can check out all my other activities like Ko-fi and Suzuki merchandise pages and so on and so forth, all in the description box. Thank you so much for your support, guys. And again, I'll be waiting for opinions and your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much. I read everything in the podcast channel, by the way, so I really look forward to all your comments. Thank you so much.